short. And that's why over 80% of Americans agree with the president that we should be taxing millionaires and billionaires. Only the Republicans control the House, and they're blocking it. 80% of Americans have spoken, and John Boehner has said, I don't care what you think. I don't give a darn, because I am the puppet of the corporate masters, and I only do what they tell me. You think I'm going to listen to 80% of the American people? Forget that. If the top 1% of Americans paid at the same effective rate as they paid just in 1996, 25 years ago, the federal government would have an additional $94 billion right now. So these people that are singing the deficit song, I'm so worried, it's so bad to be in debt, hey, here's the solution. It's quick, it's easy. Go do it or shut up. Op-ed and his proposals, tax me, tax my friends, etc. Harvey Gallo, who's the CEO of American Express, wrote an op-ed, you can imagine, that's a very sensitive job. I didn't have time to look up how much he paid, but you can guess, right, from what I've said. He actually wrote an op-ed in which he used this phrase, I love it. He said, I deeply resent the president's call from taxing the rich. I deeply resent, I deeply resent you, but you know, I mean, he deeply resents it because he says, after all, I did earn it. Now listen, I deeply resent paying more taxes. And this is the tone of the people who have amassed all of this wealth at our expense, at the expense of the great mass of people in this country. And what do they do? What did he do in his tone? He complains about where taxes go. He reads a rant. And what is he ranting about? He says, why do we require public projects to pay above market labor costs? You know what that's about? That's about construction workers, right, getting wages on federal and state projects that are comparable. That's what he's mad at. Because market labor costs, that's what they are. That's how they're set, the market labor costs. But he's thinking, well, we could probably drive them down some way, somehow, if there wasn't a conflict. And why do we pay government workers above market rates and outlandish benefits? Outlandish benefits? You can imagine the benefits this guy's got. Private jet. Huge. Have you talked about that pension the guy has from the Abbott Lab? And there's this guy, the CEO of American Express, government workers, that's a quote, outlandish benefits. That $32,000 a year pension that you have, outlandish. Outlandish. These are the same folks who are giving a big boost, I love this, to the private jet business. Did you see this article earlier this year? This is the new trend. They don't want to have to take the time to drive their kids to these exclusive summer camps, so they get a private jet to take their kids to camp. There's private jet business in the Northeast where there's all these exclusive camps like Maine and New Hampshire was up 30% this year because the people running these private jet companies said they can't keep up with the demand, the summer camp demand. And you can imagine how these kids are being raised with what they think they should have in life if they're getting private jetted to summer camp. And these are the same folks who actually claim, I just thought they claim there's this whole bunch of talking heads out there from these rich people saying that the poverty is overstated in this country. Overstated, and there's proof. I want you to have your proof of this. And I'm not kidding. Many of you may see this. Fox News. Their proof of this is that 94% of Americans own refrigerators. 94% of Americans, this shows we don't have poverty. Now think about it, right? I mean, if you didn't have a refrigerator, you would only eat canned food, or you'd go to the store every single day, which if you're poor, you're working 2 jobs, you really don't have time to shop every single day of your life. So a refrigerator is kind of a basic necessity when you say, so you can eat every day. But this is their proof, and it was ironic to me, because right after I was reading that, I didn't see the show because I was having a good time with all of you, but last night, Diane Sawyer, to her credit, again, I don't know what I say about her, I think she was pretty much ridiculous, but to her credit, she is doing a series on 2020 on poverty in America. And last night she went to the Pine Ridge reservation, Indian reservation, I think it's in South Dakota, and where poverty levels are 40%. There's 40,000 people there, and almost half of them are living in poverty. And she found this wonderful little girl. I just watched it on the internet. She found this wonderful little girl, 5 years old, who is a native dancer, and just totally vivacious.